Alrighty YouTube, welcome back and allow me to officially introduce my next project car. You've probably seen this thing hovering around in the background of my videos as I was working on Farmy there. I ended up picking this thing up in like May, I believe, and now I can finally tell you about it. This car was a little bit of an impulse buy and a bit of a funny story. I was out for a drive one night and I ran into a buddy of mine who also happens to have one of these cars. He says to me, man, you need to get one of these things. They're cheap, they're awesome, they're fun cars. So we found the cheapest one on Facebook Marketplace, went to look at it, and I bought it that day. I think it was a Monday night, and it was one of those random Monday nights. I didn't expect to buy this car. I didn't expect to spend any money, but here we are now. This is a 1986 325e. Now, usually I don't like to buy things unless I know what they are. Me, I used to have a Mark I Volkswagen, so I am a little into the European stuff anyways. When I saw this thing in person, I'm like, man, I gotta own it. This is a 325e. If we go to the back corner here, you can see the badge on the back says 325. It's missing the E for some reason, but whatever. And not to get your hopes up, it is an automatic, which is kind of lame, but that's where the lameness kind of stops. It is 100% untouched to my knowledge. It has the factory catalytic converter in it. That's insane. It does have a couple steelies on it. That's because the tires on the original bottle caps had some holes in them. I do have all 4 of those. You're not gonna believe it when I tell you how many kilometers on this thing. It is wildly clean for the age. There's a few very minor rust spots here and there. There's some peeling clear coat on the trunk. The roof is a little sun-baked and a little bit on the hood. But apart from that, this car is in gorgeous shape. There is one really big detail about this car that kind of sucks. There is a little bit of rust inside the driver's wheel well. It's concerning, but that'll get replaced eventually. And aside from that, it's got some sun fade. But like I said, it's untouched. It's got tan cloth seats with the funky pattern in it. It is a 4-door with manual windows, which someone told me is actually kind of uncommon. I don't know if that's true. The dash does have a few little cracks. There's one up in here and there's one up over there, and really that's about it for interior blemishes. This car is fantastic. Even the rear. Look at how clean this thing is. I still need to steam clean the seats. The driver's seat, of course, has some wear from being used. Even under the hood, we'll pop that open. By E30 standards, this is one of the cleanest engine bays I think I've ever seen for being completely stock. The aluminum's got some stains here and there, but again, for the most part, it's wild. Just gorgeous under the hood. Overall, I'm just incredibly happy with the shape of this car. And again, I didn't pay much for it, at least in terms of the E30 market where I'm from. Before I show you the odometer, I want you to take a guess at how many kilometers are on this thing. Let's go take a peek. This 1986 BMW has, can you even read it? 329,000 kilometers. That is ridiculous. It does also have the factory anti-theft radio with the unlock code as well. There is a crank sunroof, which is mildly entertaining. And then one of my favorite things about any old car is it came with an original key. It's been very worn down over time, but original key. Now the other crazy part, this thing runs like a top. This is dead cold, by the way. The muffler makes a little bit of noise. It has deteriorated a little bit. Something cool about these cars too, you can see the check engine light is currently flashing. These have onboard diagnostics for all the lights. So if I take my foot and give the brake pedal a boop, here we go, boop, the light shuts off, the light shuts off, letting you know it's okay. She's cold, currently idling at 1,000. Look at how smooth this runs. This is incredible. Probably open the garage. So it's not the best E30 ever, of course, being auto, but it's super fun to drive. It's one of the better handling cars I've seen actually for the year. I guess that's really all I can say about it. Now let me tell you about what I have planned. First things first, this thing looks like a monster truck, which means we're gonna lower it. And this might piss off a lot of you, but I am going to be lowering it on Raceland coilovers. At least as close to coilovers as you can get for these cars. So that's step one, we got race lands. Step two, what are those? These wheels, the stock ones are okay, but they're disgusting. You might have been able to pick them out in the background of some of my latest videos, but we are going with a 15x8 Enki 92 wrapped in a 205/60, 205/60/15. Got the slightest amount of stretch to them, which is fine. They're gonna look fantastic on this car. Especially with the race lands, it'll drop at like 3 inches, I think. That'll take up most of that wheel gap. And that is gonna be it for now. Love to do some stuff to the engine, maybe swap it. I don't even know if I plan on keeping this car. I might just flip it, but I could also fall in love with it. We'll see. Anyways, let's get started on lowering it. Now I did dig into this a little bit just to see what I was getting myself into, and these aren't exactly a coilover. They're more of a lowering kit. They're kind of like a pseudo coilover. For the front set, you get struts, springs, and then these fancy little adjusters. These are meant to thread in to the strut housing that these cars have, and then that goes on, sits on like that. This sits in the housing, and then you get adjustability from there. As for the rears, much like anything without McPherson style struts, you get a little dinky looking spring, then you get this bad boy just in there like that. And then to change your ride height, you just crank it up, crank it down, yeehaw. They give you a little keychain when you buy these brand new. It's kind of fun, it's fully functional. And then this little box is what the keychain came in. Super cool for the price. This was like 700 bucks Canadian, and it's gonna slam that car like 3 inches. So let's get started. Let's take apart the back of this thing. Good enough. Let's rip the wheels off. Don't anticipate this being very difficult. We've got simple suspension. You see here the coil spring, which is going to get replaced by the new one and that adjuster, and then the shock's got one bolt down there. There's going to be one up inside the car, and it should just all come apart. I'm going to stick my bottle jack under here just to load the suspension up so the spring doesn't go flying. Okay. Oh wow, okay. Well, that was easy. Well, let's go take that out from the inside. Oh, that's right. This car also came with this old Hella hex spoiler. Super cool, very sun faded. I've learned it will come back with a bit of polish. How do you fold E30 seats forward? Can you? Maybe not. Like the seats gotta fold forward, right? Okay, well there's this side's carpet. And there's this side. There's a rubber cap on top here that's not easy to get off. There we go. Look at the hole worn in this thing. You let the bottle jack down. These are supposed to just come out of here pretty easy, I think. There we go. Hey! Now, I think the adjuster should go up. I feel like there's also supposed to be something to retain the spring on the bottom, isn't there? No? And what the hell? There's definitely supposed to be something to retain the spring on the bottom because the other side has one. It looks like it's just rusted off this control arm. Hey, after reading some E30 information and talking to some of my other BMW buddies, they say they don't even have a lower spring perch. It's just the upper one. So we're just gonna put it together, I guess. And me being really stupid, I want ultimate low out of the box. So we're just gonna set this at the minimum and adjust it from there. So yeah, I guess, suppose we may as well put in this piece of rubber, right? Let's put it in there just to make it feel like it's doing something. Okay, let's go change that strut. Okay, that's all we need. Probably use the bushing it came with. Boom. And then air washer. I think that's probably fine. Give that a final tight once it's in the car. I'm gonna go do the other side because my battery's about to die. That's basically the entire process. Okay, I got the other side all done. Super straightforward to install. So what do you say we chuck the wheels on the back and see how low this is gonna sit. Now a little bit of a spoiler. I have test fit these wheels to make sure they were gonna work, and they needed a 5mm spacer all around, and I got some new lug nuts to go with them as well. As well as, you can probably see in the middle, there's a black plastic hub-centric ring just to adapt it down, and they fit real good. But I haven't seen what it looks like lowered. Let's see the damage. I thought that was gonna sit way lower. Oh, maybe it will. Hoo-wee! Oh my god, that looks cool. Surprising amount of suspension to it. What the hell? Everyone said Racelands suck. Let's move on to the front because this is disgusting. I do not know how to jack up the front of this thing. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. I suppose you gotta pull the whole spindle with these, don't you? Might as well see how much of this we can get apart. I guess we'll do it properly. I was seeing if there's any shortcuts I could do, but there is not. Hey, that wasn't so bad. That's a big win. I am so surprised this stuff comes apart. Should probably do the calipers while I'm looking at it, actually. How is everything coming apart this easily? Oh my god. Is that like, oh my god, what the hell? I'm so used to rusty Chevys. I wonder if this is the norm with Euro cars. Look at that! Actually, now that I think about it, my Mark I Volkswagen also came apart rather easy. I can tell someone's done a little bit of work to this because someone's horribly welded the strut housing. What are the odds if I drop my little bottle jack, if that just pops out? Could you imagine? That would be crazy. That would be far too easy. Ah, I thought it did it. Damn. Oh wait, it is out. Oh my god. Pry bar might have done it. Here we go. Awesome. Whoa, that's heavy. Now here's the fun. I don't have a spring compressor. Oh, I'm really tempted just to full send this. This is not a good idea. Oh. Hey, that wasn't so bad. I've done worse. Don't try that at home. This is the hard part. So I've been told these are a bitch to get apart. This is supposed to thread off, but not easily. Here's the strategy. We got this in the vise. My first thought is channel locks, but I don't think these are gonna be big enough. Oh dear. Oh, hey, look at that. Hey-o, that's a win. See this is supposed to thread into that, but I need that out of there. Oh wow, what the hell? Okay, it's turning. All right, what the f this is gonna be bullshit. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I'm a genius. Holy Christ. It just doesn't want to move. Oh, there it goes. Okay, let's get crafty. What in the hell am I doing? Okay, we'll do that. Put it to the end of my bench, and hopefully not break the bench. I'm a fucking genius! Oh shit, dude, that is fucked. The new one go in easy? Oh, thank Jesus. Okay, now this is supposed to thread into there. I am terrified. Okay, it's gonna take some effort, but clean those threads out, I think this is gonna go. Of course, as soon as I turn the camera off, I pull this out, in and out a few more times, and I got the new aluminum one threaded in there. It's not pretty, but that should be all I needed. And then hopefully I didn't butcher the threads too much that this can still go on. Sweet. We're gonna put this as dirt nasty low as she'll go. Okay. Spring. And we're gonna have to somehow put that back on, I guess.
Slide the race on spring perch.
I am now realizing I have this backwards. This is supposed to go like that. Or not. Well, we might have problems. Okay, you can probably see here, I now have the driver's side out because while I was waiting to find parts, I figured I may as well tear it all apart. Came apart just as easily. This one has clearly seen better days. It's rotted on the inside. And like I've noticed, the top is gone. That's not supposed to do that. So, praise the local car community around here. Because I made a post on Facebook, and within 2 days, someone found me a set. And looking at the outsides, they look really good. I forgot to hit record. That's lame. Oh well. Came apart nice, and also came apart nice. Well. Oh, nice, dude. Probably hot. Can we... Oh. Yeah. Yep, that's hot. Don't... Don't touch that. Oh, praise whoever put these together. Ooh, look at the... Ooh. Gross. Oh, that's going straight in the garbage. Okay, so this is gonna be full of oil. Oh, I'm so happy. These are in incredible shape. Can we go 2 for 2? Yeah, baby, let's go! Ow. Let's keep... I should stop touching hot things. It's not that bad, though. Ooh, gross. The good news is these threads look awesome. And since this one's in the vise, this rotor is disgusting, so I want to see if I can get that off. Oh, what? No way. Sweet. These actually don't look bad either. Oh, haha, no way. Oh, well, I guess I need the caliper bracket anyways. There we go. Bidoo, bidoo. Pow. Probably have to Google a torque spec for that. Boom. Boom. Okay, the new Raceland strut goes in. I guess, yeah, it's probably fine to just jam in there. And before we get too far this time, yeah, it actually fits. I am still going to use anti-seize on these threads though. Oh, look how much nicer this is. There we go. Now, the Raceland collar. Sweet. Boom! I wonder if you're supposed to cut these off. I realize I've been doing everything off camera here. Idiot. Okay, I talked to another buddy who also has Racelands on his car, and he was saying it's a lot better to cut the original spring perch off because it's not doing anything, and it's just getting in the way of being able to go dirt nasty low. There we go. Okay, now we can put this on. Which means we can go as low as we want. Oh, this is gonna sit so low. Okay, now this thing goes on. There's a big washer on the hat. There's a little washer in there. And the new nut, oh, we have tons of space for that. How do you tighten this? In the video, homie just impacts it on and she's good to go. I have tools for this. I just never thought I'd actually be using them. This is a pass-through ratchet. Now I'll key this size so we can hopefully stop that from spinning until we get tight enough to hit it with the impact. I can't believe I'm actually using this ratchet for once. Very handy tools when you need them, and this is a very, very rare case. Okay. There is one side. I'm gonna go get the other one all cut and assembled, and I'll be right back. Okay, driver's side is in. It went real smooth. Let's finish this thing up so we can see what it looks like. I am so antsy. Okay, that is it. Let's get the wheel on. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Let's go see how this thing looks. Oh, how disgusting is this gonna be? Okay. Here we go. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, dude. Oh my God, yes. Oh. Holy shit, this looks sweet. Oh, dude. Oh, this is killer. I'm gonna need to take my fender liners out, but the rear sits so high in comparison. Oh, dude, this looks badass. This is pretty low. Oh my God. Okay, a little bit of a time gap. It's been about a week now, but as you can see, the BMW is outside of the garage and I've pulled Rat 10 back in, and you guys are probably wondering how the Racelands ride. Honestly, way better than I was expecting. So let's hop in the car, let's go for a drive, and let's show you how it is at maximum low right off the bat. Okay, the car is dead cold and the weather's also gotten a little bit worse. So I might have to sit here and warm it up for a little bit, because as you can see, it starts fine, but it'll probably die. You can see it's stumbling and trying to die. But then it revs up. I'm yet to figure out exactly what causes that. It runs great once it's warm. It just kind of surges, whether it's air filter, fuel filter, something. It still has the factory cat, so it could be plugged as well. It's just a little temperamental when she's cold, that's all. We're gonna chuck it into reverse, and we're just gonna back straight out of my driveway, which has a curb like this tall. So there's the rear. Whee! And here comes the front. Didn't scrape the front lip. Now, when we turn, it rubs a little bit at partial lock, but full lock, there's nothing. Ah! Oh my God! Yeah! Oh, that's a big moth. That scared the shit out of me. Okay. So as I was saying, you can whip this thing at like full lock and it doesn't rub. That's to the left. Turn to the right. There is full lock. It's rubbing a little bit, but this is pretty impressive. For going to straight low off the bat, it actually rides really good. I'm very impressed with this. Take it on the highway and find some big swoopy bumps, because you'll hear it rub, which is fine. The car also does this at part throttle. It's wow, wow, wow. Only when it's cold. When it's warm, it's fine. If anyone knows about BMWs and would like to tell me what the hell's going on, I would appreciate it. So like around corners and whatnot at speed, just the front tires scrub a little bit. And when you accelerate fully, you can hear the rear just slightly touching. The suspension has settled a little bit since I put it in. A lot of the reviews online said it was going to do that. So it rubs a tad more than it did on the first test drive I ever did. I don't know if you can hear that. That was the rear tires scraping. Only under full accel. Otherwise, it's fine. That's the other thing it does. It goes boom, boom, boom. It surges when you come to a stop. So let's rip around this corner because it's going to scrub that side. Handle's pretty good, pretty flat. Merging onto the highway. This thing's not a race car, so it's not very fast. There's that side scrubbing. But I mean, in terms of $700 suspension, that's pretty good. There's a couple small whoopee bumps. Some slight scrubbing, but again, my fender liners are dangling. Okay, here comes the big one. Here it comes. A little bit of rubbing, but in terms of the size of that bump, it's pretty good. I am a little disappointed that the ride's not a little bit stiffer, because it is a little floaty around corners. But I mean, it's cheap suspension. That's what you're gonna get. I gotta give you a sound clip of this exhaust too. So you know what? I think overall the car turned out pretty damn good. do plan on doing a better exhaust to it eventually. I want to get the windows tinted. I also might sell the car. I'm not fully sure what I want to do with it yet. For now, I hope you enjoyed that install. I can't believe the way the car turned out. It looks sick. I hope you're excited and I hope you come back for more. Thanks for watching.